also a little bit confused that having lined the boat up with the pot, driven up alongside it and clicked the button when it goes green, why does the game feel it necessary to ask you whether you want to haul in the pot? Why not just haul in the pot? I'm actually a little bit short of the money I'm meant to be paying here in order to buy the new ship. So let's go and have a look at those first, shall we? There's two new ships, one big, one small. The first one is called the Selfie, which I've missed. There it is. And this is a Selfa or Selfie type ship. Again, a new company has joined them, and that can only be good for the game overall. It still frustrates me that you can't do a 360-degree spin on this. They have confirmed they're not going to change that, which I think is a terrible shame. But that's what we're stuck with, so I can't really look at the ship properly until I buy it. But you can see that this is a ship that you can sail from pretty early on, only requiring the junior certificate, which is quite easy to come by. And this ship will set you back just 450,000 kroner. The larger of the two new ships is called the Svalbard, I think is how you pronounce that, Svalbard. And this is a big ship, there is no denying it. But it's only 4.4 million kroner. Now we're a little bit short of that money, and I don't think the bank are going to lend me anymore. So I'm probably going to have to go out and do a bit of trawling before we get into this. But maybe that will give me an opportunity to talk about the game, because there's been a few small changes that may or may not be worth mentioning. One of which I've complained about a lot, is the lighting in the game has had an update. So I'd be interested to see how that works. You'll see on the front of the Svalbard that we have a big fat crab. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take out the Hermes. Well, not unfortunately, I do like the Hermes. We're going to take this out to sea and see if we can't oh god, look at that, scratching all down the side. I can't remember what button my side thruster is. So the horn is a new thing. I haven't seen that before. Oh god. And the audio of dragging it down the side of the ship there, that's new. That's horrible. That's definitely going to put me off damaging the ship in future. But I have to say, I didn't see any damage actually coming up. 97%, small amount of damage. There used to be massive numbers jumping out in your face when that happened. Right, let's not actually sail the ship out, because genuinely the game just doesn't reward that behaviour well enough. It's a bit rough out here today, kind of weather I love. Oh, I always forget to do this. Actually go to open water. So it's 15.2 knots out here today, so it's going to be a bit rocky. Which is the kind of weather I actually enjoy fishing in more. Get a bit of horn on the go. So all my lights are on. And apparently there's been an update to the lighting, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sold. What I do like, and what you might notice, is as the ship comes out of the water, you can see that it's starting to get barnacles and a bit dirty and a bit grubby. That's one feature of the game which I've been looking forward to seeing from the start. You can have all that cleaned off, but obviously you have to pay for it. But right, let's go do a bit of trawling and get enough money to buy this crab boat. You see we're getting a rate of 5 fish coming in at the moment, which is good because we're not actually hitting anything. About 50% full. You like the way they're heading with the game now? The crew house is a game changer. I'll have to look at that. The crew house. I didn't really notice anything to do with the crew house. I mean, I suppose you could argue I'm being overly critical. What they did with the ships, expanding, you know, a kitchen area and the engine area and all that stuff, that was totally unexpected and a really nice, massive surprise. But when, I mean, I tried it again today, when I still can't hook up a wheel and a throttle to get that real, authentic ship steering feel, then, you know, these things are more important to many people and arguably should take less time to implement than what they have done. There's a few layout differences. If you go externally, it doesn't add much to the game, but it is part of the update. There's a few bits. Probably if I walk around the ship we might see a few bits as well. So that looks the same. Oh, that's new. This is new. I don't know what it is, but it's new. I'd love to see this full of crew. Can you imagine this game if they made it multiplayer? I mean, how awesome would that be if you could just come down here and talk to your friends and stuff? It's good weather, nice and chilled out. Now this game, I was fortunate enough to have access to it before release day, and I was absolutely smitten with it. I still am, truth be told. I just feel like there are some changes that are desperately needed, some enhancements that are sadly lacking, and I'm hoping that this DLC will be the first indication that the game is going to start improving. The core game, the base game, is going to start improving. I was desperately looking forward to crab fishing. It's an area of the game that I think was desperately in need of being introduced. What you'll get with this DLC obviously is a new type of catch, which will be king crabs. In order to do that, you're going to have a whole bunch of new game mechanics, new systems, new features, new objects, and 2 new ships. As part of that, there'll be 2 new mini games to entertain and enthrall you. The mini games so far have been a bit hit and miss. Some I enjoy, some I don't. That's weird. If you turn off the heads-up display, you can't look at the screen. That's quite annoying. Alright, let's pull them in. There we go. If you look on Steam right now, you'll find that this DLC is currently on offer at £8.09. Ordinarily at full price, this game will be this DLC, sorry, will be £8.99, and the release date was the 13th of November 2008, and the general feeling at the moment is rather negative. Now, I have to say that Misc Games and Astragon Entertainment have supplied me with this key so that I can give an honest and fact-based review. Now, if you know my channel at all, you'll know for a fact that that does not guarantee a positive review. What it does guarantee is an honest review with genuine feedback. Again, because I've got the heads-up display missing, so the bug I'm seeing here is because the HUD's off. This is trying to show me how many fish I've caught, but I can't click on it because the HUD is off. So that is effectively crashed. Although it hasn't crashed, it's there, I just can't click on it to progress, which means all of that fish I just caught is now gone, and that is sacrilege. That is such a terrible bug to let through. One thing I was going to say, I was going to leave it to the end for my review, but before the game first came out, the base game, they sent a whole bunch of keys out to a whole load of different YouTubers, and they allowed us to play the game, make videos, upload it, talk to people about it. And at the same time, I mean, not all the YouTubers do this, but I was very much giving feedback, trying to give advice, pointing out bugs, trying to get the game in a good state, so when it was released, it would go out to you guys, and you know, it'd be the best it could be. And I think in a number of areas we did achieve quite a lot by doing that. They haven't done that with this DLC, and I mean, this is completely broken now. So I've spent what, an hour catching all these fish in order to buy the big boat and do some crabbing, and because of this silly little bug, I've now lost all of that, and that is incredibly frustrating. Had they had sent these keys out before release and allowed us to do the bug testing like we did for the base game, things like this would have been fixed and you wouldn't be suffering it. And I think the reviews on Steam would be more positive because there would be less serious issues like this. I mean, this is a serious issue. The game has, in all intents and purposes, completely crashed on me here. I can't do a damn thing. So I should be about 6 million up. Instead I'm back to 4 million. So let's just go to the dock and buy ourselves the small one, the Selfie. You currently have 7 crew members hired. If you want to change to Selfie, which only supports a maximum of 1 crew member, you need to fire 6 crew members in your crew. They can be rehired again in the future. So, as was pointed out in the chat, has my boat just turned round? I'm sure that's just turned round on its own. There is meant to be like a crew house. .31. Sorry everyone for our King Crab DLC being unstable for many. Here is an update which should fix many of these issues. Plus, we added a new feature called Crew House, where you can store crew members not being used at different ports. Who to fire? Not who to keep, but who to fire. Oh, actually, who's our best dude? I think it's him, isn't it? Bart. Oh, so he's the only one we don't want to fire. I can see that going horribly wrong. Congratulations on purchasing your first crabbing vessel. Check the wiki if you need any help using the King Crab tools. Alrighty. So let's go to dock. We could upgrade pretty much everything. We definitely do the radar upgrade. Don't need to do that. Pot hauler, here we go. And we'll upgrade the searchlight. Not that I think the lighting works particularly well, but there you go. 2.5 million left in the bank. Okay. So we need to buy some pots and some barrels and some bait. I've no idea how much of each of these we need. Holds up to 100 crabs each. So if I get 10, okay, maximum of 8. Maximum of 8. I could buy as much of that as I like, it seems. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any additional stuff you can buy here for crabs. So let's just go fishing. Now if I look at the menu, aha, we have a new option here. So the king crabs are over here. Let's make our way this way then. We'll take a little look at the ship on the way out. See how it sounds, see how it looks. It's in the crew tab in town, is it? Okay, let's have a quick look. So, town, crew, there, crew house. Well, I don't know how the system is meant to work, but certainly when buying a new boat, I was only forced to sack the crew. There was no option to put them in the crew house. So maybe that's something that needs to be addressed later on, but thank you for pointing that out to me, Angeldina, is it? I do appreciate that, thank you. Right, let's see what we can do here. Nippy. Very nippy. Very nippy. Goodness me. Wow. It's like a speedboat. I like that. No messing about with this boat. Goodness me. So I like this dashboard. Quite nicely laid out. Shame that these radars aren't actively working, but maybe one day they will be. Pretty aggressive as a ship. That's not even full speed. We're at full speed now. I still feel like they glide over the water far too easily. I mean, even a small wave will give a boat a bit of bob. It seems odd that they haven't done that here. Let's go take a little look around. So I don't think we're going to hit that ship. But we are tanking it. I mean, how fast are we going here? 40 knots. I mean, that's fast. That is very fast for a little boat. So this is the new bit of equipment. We've got the pots, and I assume these will go out with them. Doesn't look like you can go downstairs or anything like that. No idea where my crew member is. I'm guessing he's in there somewhere. It's noisy, and my god, it turns fast. That doesn't feel natural at all. That really doesn't feel natural. Let's go do some crabbing. So the engine's set to whatever. Grab the pot. Okay. How do I bait the pot? Oh, that's quite cool. Grab the pot. Still needs to be baited before setting. Okay. Aha. Now that whole animation bit's pretty darn sweet. I'm quite impressed with that. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm thinking we probably need to be moving in a slightly forward trajectory, because I suspect there's that 50-meter limit. Oh, look at this, I can't open the door now. That's weird. So if you shut the door on your head, now this is why I think they should have sent keys out so we could do beta testing, but if I open the door, stand in the door and shut it, I now can't open the door. I stick my head through it, so there's a bug there. I quite like the mechanic of doing this though, it's pretty good. Wow, look at the waves here. All over the place. So what can we get our crew member to do? All he can do is cook and repair the ship. What the hell is the point of that? Wow, that is a real disappointment right there. What the hell is the point of that guy then? Bearing in mind you have to pay him a percentage of what you catch, and as we as the player do not currently need food. Oh yeah, there's that 50-meter limit. I just have to try and cruise along a bit. I love the mechanics of it, this is awesome. But the crew member's a total waste of time, which is a shame. By the looks of things, he can't even pull the nets in. So I'm expected to drive the ship and haul the nets in all at the same time. It seems a bit daft at best. This bit is brilliant. I mean, really brilliant. The whole mechanic of doing this is great. I mean, one very clear and obvious solution that they've yet failed to produce is, you know, allow us to put a member of the crew steering the ship. Bloody hell. Otherwise this will happen. Ooh, very close. Very, very close. That was very, very, very close. Woo. Let's go get the last of these pots down. Did I bait that one? I think I did. Okay, well that's that done. Let's head for home. And as there are no benefits to doing things properly, we'll just do it this way. still would like to see the ability to dock properly. Maybe one day we'll get that. Okay, let's go town, crew house. So, there we go. So let me get this straight. So the way this looks like it works now is you hire your crew, you take them out to sea. Let's say we're doing trawling, so we're making about between 1 and 2 million at least per haul. We bring all the fish back, they process all the fish, then we pull up at the dock, we put them in the crew house for half price, or fire them if we really want to, I suppose. Sell the fish, keep all the profits, or do they retain that rate? Okay, so this is even worse. So any crew that you have in the crew house, you've gone from a big ship down to a small ship. You've got 7 crew members in the crew house because you want to keep them for the big ship. But the money that you make on your small ship, they're still going to take their percentage of 2.3%. So let's return him to the boat. And that 2.3% is still there. So he doesn't get less whilst he's in the crew house. He gets exactly the same amount as if he was actually on the ship fishing with you. I don't know about you guys, but I don't agree with that at all. I think that's ridiculous. If I fire the guy and then sell my fish, he doesn't get the 2.3%. I get all the profits. So it's better just to sack everybody when you get back to shore, sell the fish, they don't get their percentage, and away you go. The whole system seems a bit skew-with and broken to me, I think. Probably needs to be addressed. But let's try and focus on the crabs, shall we? So how long do they need to be in the water? Let's have a look. King crab. Tell me everything you know about the king crab. Catches of king crab are carried out using special crab pots from July to October. There are 2 sizes of crab pots found in this game. July to October. Well, I'm lucky that I'm within the month of October, I guess. Whoops. Actually, let's save that whilst we're here. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate you coming along and taking the time to do that. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who watched this video today. Special big thank you to our Patreons and supporters on Twitch. But everybody who comes and watches, you all count, you are all part of this. And I thank you so much. If you hit that like button, I will like you twice as much. Even more than that, perhaps. It is for you guys that I make these videos, so it matters to me a huge amount if you enjoy watching them, and if you don't, you need to tell me. So thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, until next time, goodbye for now.